Hey, there we are. Welcome back to the CT Avis YouTube channel. Happy to have you here. We're back and we're continuing our mini sessions of Call of Cthulhu. We are going to be playing intermittently with this and perhaps some other one-shot type of things through good chance through this through the new year, seeing how things shake out. When January comes, you can definitely count on getting back to Hunters, if not before that. But the holidays are always tough trying to get everybody together. I know it's only November 12th, but just thinking ahead.
It'll be here before you know it.
I will turn this over to our keeper for Call of Cthulhu, John.
All right, welcome to Call of Cthulhu. We are going to finish up with a little recap from the last game, but before we do so, I want to do a reintroduction of everybody. You've already been introduced to CT Avis, the host of this channel. He is playing Sam Slade, the private investigator. We also have Rick, who is playing Dr. Hampton Lockhart, a doctor of medicine. We have Bob, who's playing Bartholomew Brick McAllister, a giant of a fella.
Let's say he's freakishly large.
Freakishly large and apparently a dead aim, a dead shot anyway. We also have with us Matt Trombley, who is playing Dr./Professor Morgan Granville, occultist parapsychologist. We have Tim, who is playing Anton Kuznetsov, the pilot/airplane mechanic. Apparently there's full-fledged airlines in the 1920s already. Yes, from Pennsylvania. And then we have Justin, or Rid, playing Larson Shane.
Who the fuck's Justin?
Yes. Yeah, I know. It's our It's going to be a running gag now. Who's playing Larson Shane, our resident bootlegger. And all-around criminal. And good guy. And bad guy. Anyway. The investigators find themselves in Harper's Hollow, a small town, small farming community in western Massachusetts. And they have just, with the call from a Dr. Lydia Crane, they have just managed to fend off the creature that existed in the roots and soil of this town. And as a matter of fact, I'll run a repeat of what happened. The investigators found themselves in an old section of woods near the town called Hermit's Woods, where there was an old broken down chapel. From the broken floorboards, this giant creature made of pumpkin vines and limbs erupted within a circle of young peoples, children, young adults, who were all entranced and chanting, led by a Reverend Josiah Bell, who Brick saw fit to put between 2 and 3 bullet holes into him. Can't remember the exact count now. It doesn't really matter.
It was 3.
It was 3. Oh, that's right.
All 3 shots landed.
All 3 shots hit. Putting an end to the days that the children were in, and then through some ingenuity with some alcohol from Professor Granville's flask, the log that on fire that Larson dropped at the beast's feet, and finally, fueled by the brazier thrown by Brick, the creature was felled. Not without some injuries on the part of the investigators. Both the PI, Sam Slade, and Professor Granville suffered a pretty major wound on each of their arms, likely broken. So perhaps our resident physician could take a look at it when given the opportunity. So we'll rewind just a second while I read this to you. The flames take hold, first in the rafters, and then in the broken pews. Bursting like tinder as the heat rises. The wooden beams groan, and the air fills with the sharp choking scent of burning dust and age-old rot. Beneath the floorboards, the roots twist and writhe, thrashing like serpents in agony. The sound is not of any beast, but of the earth itself screaming, low, deep, and mournful, as if the soil remembered every harvest that ever was. The ground shudders, boards split. A mass of blackened tendrils pushes up through the inferno, writhing toward the night sky, clutching and curling as if to seize its tormentors. And the faceless head rises once more, now a hollow, ashen thing, and for a moment it seems to gaze at you with no eyes at all. But then, silence. The chapel collapses inward, a cascade of sparks rising into the October air. The fire consumes everything, the roots, the broken bits of pew, what's left of the altar, and whatever ancient hunger once slumbered beneath Harper's Hollow. Somewhere, deep in the ground, a single root curls back into the dark, waiting. Dr. Crane, who was a moment ago inconsolable, even though she went from her nervous self to just a shell of herself at this point, returns. You could see the light back in her eyes as she is on the ground from where Professor Granville, where Anton Kuznetsov put her down.
Sounds a lot more polite.
Well, okay. I saw what I saw. I don't know that I believe what I saw. Can anybody explain this? Dr. Granville, maybe you can?
I'm not really sure if I can explain any of this.
I don't know what to make of what I just... From the last I remember, there were fiddles playing. And we were walking, and I'm not sure I remember anything beyond that, other than the smell of dirt as I came to nearby this thing. And at that point, you go ahead.
So where are all the other people and children?
So when the fire was just starting, and when the children came to, they all scattered. From what you could see, the vast majority of them scattered directly along the path back towards the village. And it's from that direction you hear a huffing and puffing, and you see a familiar figure. The sheriff, sort of, as he's running by the children and young people, kind of putting his hand on each one, maybe making a mental count. And then he catches up to you, he puts his hands on his knees, and he says, I don't know what just happened, but I heard fiddle music and I was enjoying the party. What the hell is this?
not fiddles.
You don't remember anything that just happened. You were here.
I was trying to get here. I don't know. All the children I see are running back to town. No, what happened? No. I feel faint. I don't feel right. And you even see Dr. Crane kind of nod her head as well, looking over at the sheriff. That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah. Imagine how me and Granville feel. I kind of show him my beat up arm.
Yeah, again, perhaps this is something. So when you have an injury, anybody can apply first aid. First aid grants them the chance to sort of immediately prevent further damage from happening to your wound, but also will heal up to 1 hit point. Beyond that, you would need to have a medicine check, and the medicine check would require specific tools and specialty items that Dr. Lockhart would definitely have in his medicine bag. Now, it's not like he can just set your bone right away, but he could very easily splint it temporarily. And on a successful roll, might even be able to heal in addition to that first aid check. So that's...
Yeah. Anton would offer first aid to whoever's closest.
I have a 30 in first aid myself. Does anybody beat
I have
that?
60.
Oh yeah.
Oh
maybe
yeah.
some of you-
No, I can definitely.
Doc, why don't you
Yeah,
see
why
to
don't...
Morgan in Pennsylvania can take care of me.
Let's see those
In many ways.
Pennsylvania.
In many ways, you like airplane. I can put back together.
I don't think that's true.
All right, Sam, sit down. We'll see if we can
Maybe true.
get you patched up here.
What was I supposed to stick
That's
out like that?
No,
All right,
that's
Dr. Lockhart, who are you?
Definitely not supposed to bend that way.
I'm helping
We'll
Sam.
get- All right, Sam,
Oh,
any
go
pain
ahead.
you're now feeling feels a little bit better, and you've healed 1 hit point. Beyond that, again, you'll need to do a medicine roll. That'll take about an hour to see to it, which we can do in just a sec. Anton, you've got a failure. I'm assuming you're helping Professor Granville.
I was trying to help Sam, but
Yeah, I guess you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so give.
All right,
You
so
got it backwards.
all right, so then give it to
Oh.
Granville then.
All right,
I
so
get a hit
Granville,
point
everything
back?
I just
Hit
yep,
point for
everything
me.
I just said about Sam applies to you. Anton, you can push your roll, but remember, if you fail a pushed roll, tends to have a negative consequence, and you will need to kind of describe it. Other than it doesn't bend this way.
This is where one of our players loses an arm for the rest of the game.
How am I going to put this back together?
No.
Maybe Lockhart ought to take care of that.
Yeah. Let
Yeah,
Doc
my
look.
fingers.
Yeah, that's fine. First aid doesn't take long. We have plenty of time here, so Dr. Lockhart, feel free to make another roll for Sam Slade.
I think he thought you had a wing.
Yeah, great. Hard success. Nice. So any because the thing hit you guys both pretty hard. So not only did it do some sort of bludgeoning damage to any of your tissues underneath, your arm's all scratched up and beat to crap. So you've got some bandages now, and maybe just a makeshift arm sling for the both of you until Dr. Lockhart can do a medicine check in a little bit.
Well, Anton is good with a wrench. It sometimes takes a little more of a delicate touch to deal with these things.
Was trained for, things like
He's not
helping.
a tank, or an airplane.
I was
I
trained.
let you work on
once.
my car. Don't worry about that. But as far as the limbs, I'm just saying.
I love it.
Did the sheriff have? Oh, wait, is the dead preacher still there?
Yeah, dead preacher. Well, that's a good question.
Is he
The old
actually there?
chapel is currently in flames. For what's left of it, anyway. The floorboards are on fire, as everybody is in one of those dirt clearings nearby. I suppose you can try to take a look.
I was
This
more
doesn't
curious
require
to
a
see,
roll or anything. Yeah.
to see if the sheriff noticed, or because if he has no memory of what just happened, but he sees a dead body with bullet holes in it, and we're the new guys in town. Just saying, that might go great for us.
Or if there's actually a body there still.
Yeah. Let's look around for Smiley Jim.
Yeah, sure. Just because of the darkness and the burning embers still rolling, go ahead and give me a spot hidden.
Success.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking exactly where he fell, towards the sort of the top end of the chapel where the altar, or what was remaining of the altar, would have been. But whether or not it's from the actual embers burning still, or from the floorboards that burned and broke into that shallow space beneath the chapel, or maybe it's just from the rolling fire still from the vines that are underneath, you do not see a body.
Kind of like side-eye and the rest of the guys. Trying to like communicate what's our story.
Well, listen. Looks like you've got yourself a doctor here. I need to. This is the sheriff. I need to. I lost his drawl. I just realized. That's all right. I need to go back into the heart of town here and just make sure everyone's doing okay. All these kids ran by me screaming. Listen, I don't know if you just helped things, made things worse, since I don't know what the hell happened. Listen, you're welcome to stay the night if you'd like. But my suggestion, maybe leave us to our town. We take care of our own here. And he tips his hat, turns around, looks back at the fire in the old chapel. Make sure, you can kind of see him looking around just to make sure it's not going to spread, and walks back to Harper's Hollow proper. And even from where you guys can see, the way the fire is burning, and because of the stone structure on the outside of the chapel, I don't think there's any concern for it to spread to the rest of the woods.
Maybe it should.
So, yes, go ahead.
Well, fellas, I don't really feel like hanging around here tonight. I could certainly use a lay down, but I'd like to put about a state
100 miles between us and this place.
You said it, North.
Yeah, I know where we're not wanted. Let's get out.
Is body fired up or not? Because don't want to leave behind.
Frankly, I don't think that body's moving ever again.
Okay.
See,
Okay.
he counted whatever's affecting their minds is still affecting them. He counted the kids. I think he thought he counted them all. He has no memory of what happened. He may not even remember the preacher. So, trying to explain any of this, we're going to sound like freaking lunatics.
Okay.
Dr. Crane, would you like to leave with us?
I appreciate that. No, as a matter of fact, I think there's a lot more I can do to help this community here. Thank you. I'll be heading back to town. Please feel free to tell the colonel when you go back that, as far as I can tell, I think we're going to be okay. And just as an epilogue, you guys go ahead and get into the car. We'll do some dice rolls in just a second.
Let's see if we make it in the car.
No. Can you walk? Roll walking
get
skill,
it.
please.
You get into the car and start it up. The car explodes. You all die. What?
Swallowed into the ground.
So,
All right, who owed the mob money?
You did.
yeah.
Yeah, Larson. Larson, clearly.
I am on time with my payments. Thank you.
I will request that mechanically we're going to do a retroactive die roll here before we completely clean this up. If everybody could give me a sanity check, please.
Again. Extreme success. Very nice.
These are great.
No.
Oh wow.
Nice.
You had to open your mouth.
Sorry. All right, for the two that failed, if you could roll a 1d6 for me, please. That is how much sanity you have lost. When both of you everybody was unnerved when this creature shot out from outside, from under the floorboards. But when the thing happened with the kid, and Rid, I can't remember if you were there for that. Were you cognizant of that part of the story? I can't remember.
The first one with the vines and the pulping.
Yes. Okay.
I was
So
there for
Dr.
the
Lo-
pulping.
Okay. So Dr. Lockhart and Larson, both of you were so unnerved when that happened that you feel a cold shiver up the back of your neck every time you even think of it. And even as you saw the kids screaming and running away in terror just a moment ago, you felt like you were helpless, that there was something you could have done, but what? And it's one of those things that for weeks, if not months, both of you are going to have these moments where you wake up in the middle of the night thinking, what could I have done? And you get this crippling sense of guilt immediately, and something that'll come up again in the future. Now, if you can imagine, if you will, all of you guys getting into your car, the sound of the doors closing, and everybody kind of silently starting to throw their stuff into the trunk of the car and start to leave Harper's Hollow. And then if you can imagine, as you're driving back to Arkham, the sun eventually rises, and it's the next day. If you remember, the festival took place on October 30th. And then if you can imagine sort of the camera panning away from your car, driving back to Arkham, and then slowly panning back across the landscape and into the community building where Dr. Lydia Crane was working, and kind of moving in towards an open window, and then stopping to focus on her writing in her journal. October 31st, 1923. We did it. God help us, we truly did. The fire took the thing under the chapel, and all its cursed flesh with it. I think I saw it with my own eyes. The earth split open, and that mass of roots and sinew writhed in the blaze like a nest of devils. And I swear it screamed, not with a mouth, but through the ground itself. And the sound rattled my bones. Reverend Bell, he didn't make it out. The last I saw of him, he was at the altar, I think, arms raised towards the ceiling. I spoke to the sheriff this morning. He swore he heard laughter, but I'm not sure he heard right. The soil's gone sterile now. Nothing is going to grow in Harper's Hollow again, but maybe that's for the best. But when the wind blows from the south and the moon's full over the valley, I swear I'll still hear it breathing. And that is the end of that scenario. So we are going to do some bookkeeping, if you all will.
Good job.
Hopefully you all, thank you, been keeping track of the skills that you have successfully rolled. For each of those skills, we're going to do a few things here.
For some reason, those skills got unchecked from me.
Hey,
I
really?
think I remember the two that, yeah.
You can
I
actually
think I did the
scroll
spot
back
hidden
through.
still.
So with this new VTT, hopefully, I'm assuming the whole idea behind this is that when you advance your skills, when we get out of this scenario and start the next one, excuse me, your skills will have, like, it'll save it. So we're about to find out. This might get clunky. Unless, to play it safe, you want to, we could close this down, start the next one up, and just make sure that the character sheets are in that scenario. Does that make sense? I don't know if I said that correctly.
I'm gonna write
Yeah,
down.
so close this scenario down first, then start up the new one before we do any leveling stuff.
I don't know which will be better
Yeah,
because I'm not
I don't
familiar
know
with
either.
this PTT yet, so I'm afraid of screwing that up. You know what? Real quick though, before we do anything else, with the time that you had, Rick, if you can go ahead and give me that medicine check. Give me 2 of them in a row.
Oofa.
So that's a good thing that your target skill is 52, because if it was under 50, a result of 97 would be a fumble. This is just a regular failure. But go ahead and roll for the second roll. And we should probably have established who this was for. So,
Success.
Chris and Trombley, if you can each, I was gonna say, I have both of you guys roll,
All right.
and whoever rolls higher. So go ahead and roll a, sure, D6 sounds good. Each of you
D6?
roll a D6,
Okay. Where's my
Wah,
D6?
wah.
Yep. And... Ah, okay.
All right.
I was about to laugh my ass off if I rolled one.
All right. And Rick, if you could roll a D3, which is just a D6. So 1, 2 equals 1. 3, 4 is 2. 5, 6 is 3.
So 6, 3.
3. So Granville, you have an additional 3 points of healing. Unfortunately,
Okay.
Sam, while Dr. Lockhart was trying to put a proper splint on your arm, realized he didn't have enough material in his bag, and you're just going to have to make do right now with the arm sling. Okay, I think it's probably best if I close this, start the next one, reintroduce you guys, or get you guys back in. Hopefully it doesn't screw up the check marks. but I don't think it'll be too difficult to figure out what you
I
rolled
wrote mine down.
successfully. Will it?
We checked them for a hard success.
For any success.
Oh, any success.
Right.
I don't think any of mine are checked.
None of yours are checked. Okay.
I
It
did
sucks
mine
going
anyway.
back. It
So
only
you
can
shows
look
what your
back if
dice
you really
roll
want.
was. Yeah, but it doesn't show you actually if you failed or succeeded.
Yeah, firearms.
It just gives you the number. I mean, I guess you could go back to your
See if it's
stats
above
and
the
compare it,
number, yeah. The number in white.
but
But
it
it
doesn't
didn't
show
save
you
the-
whether it was a success or not.
Did it not save the check mark for everybody, or is it just that we didn't put the check mark in?
I think
Yeah,
you
you
have to check mark them
check.
anyway.
Yeah, I definitely checkmarked it. Actually, I tried to re-checkmark the ones that I was sure I got, and I don't actually know how to confirm them. I put the little dots on them, and then I try to like click off of the thing, and it just kind of wiggles.
It wiggles. Okay, so I think you might have to, if you are on your character, see how there's an edit button at the top right? It looks like a little wrench. Do you guys see that? Or
Yep.
do I only
Yep.
see that? Okay, I think you might have to click that, then scroll down to your skills. And then when you click one of those things, then you can hit the check mark for save. I'm guessing here. I don't know either. But this is something we'll need to figure out.
Do we do this for like checks like for Constitution and stuff, or no? There's no.
No,
Nope. Nope.
it's only skills.
Yeah, just skills.
Yeah, that kept it. Now I gotta figure out which ones I actually succeeded.
Right. Now, the only tricky part is it's supposed to be successes without the help of using luck, but that's all right. If you don't remember, that's okay.
I had charm raised. I'm just going back through
What you can also do while you're doing this is for each skill that you succeeded in, roll a d100, and if that roll is above that skill number, so you're gonna, if you fail your check, so to speak, you then roll a 1d10, and then you add that to to your skill, and that's your new skill value. You cannot go over 95.
Well, the way I roll, I should be able to level everything up to max.
so-
Provided I'm able to make the first roll to actually do it, of course.
So my current charm, for instance, the score is 70. I have to roll above 70 for that. Is that what you're saying? Does that come through?
What do you roll? If you succeed, you add what?
D10. So roll D10, add that to the skill.
So my charm is 70. So I have to roll above 70.
Correct.
I did. And I add what?
1d10 to that skill.
It looks like I accidentally rolled 2d10. I'm just gonna take the first
That's
result off of that instead of rolling again.
That works.
Okay.
So obviously I have no way of, checking everybody's math. I fully trust all you guys to do it.
I can find
so-
things now.
All right, so roll a d100 for a successful, and if you get above what you had, then you roll a d10, and then the d10 points there is added to whatever. Did I get that right?
That's correct. And you do that for each of your skills that you succeeded with.
Do you do it for each success? Because that handgun had 3
Now-
successes.
No, for each skill you
Okay.
got at least
Just
one
skill.
success with.
Got it. Never mind.
I only
So not
increased
every
charm.
instance.
So, in an effort to mock me, all 3 skills that I have rolled for, I rolled hard successes.
That's terrible.
That is terrible.
That's it. It is mocking.
As a matter of
I think,
fact,
yeah.
As a matter of fact, because that's kind of sucky. Go ahead and see if you can't give me a luck check, Larson. Oh my god. Okay.
Like I said, in an effort to mock me.
I was gonna give you the chance to re-roll one, but
Holy crap.
I don't know. Your luck is against you.
It's that filthy
Hey,
criminal
on the
lifestyle.
other hand,
And then don't forget, we're gonna do that thing where make sure you click on the wrench and make sure you click save when you're done.
Where's this wrench you speak of?
So it should be when you're looking at like your statistics and stuff. Isn't there a wrench for edit? At least I see one when I click on each person.
yeah.
The middle
Oh, all
of the
right.
screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Click on your character there.
Holy crap. I'm just the opposite. I actually rolled over on each one.
And then there'll be
I improved.
one.
I only know what that's like during the game.
So I know this isn't, active role playing for the channel, but I think it's probably a good thing for anybody who happens to be watching this to learn how character advancement works in the game. So I'll repeat it in case anybody is watching this and anybody wants to know what we're doing. For every time a skill roll is successful, that player at the end of the scenario will roll against that skill's level, and if they get above it, then they roll a d10 and add that number to the skill score. So for example, if you have a 60 in fighting brawl and you succeeded in a fighting brawl skill check at least once in that scenario, during character advancement you roll a d100, and if you roll above 60, then you roll a d10, add that to the 60, and that becomes your new skill roll.
Chris, did you type that in, or did that automatically do that when it says your charm improves?
I typed it just so there was a record.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like something that automatically happened. I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Be nice if I could just filter out just my own rolls.
So you can see them better?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully we're not screwing ourselves here, that hopefully this saves to your character so that when we start the next thing, it'll be saved.
So, because I have my character sheet up for the audience. All right, so I succeeded in a fast talk. All right, and my fast talk is 50, so I had to roll above a 50 in order to improve that. So I went to roll a d10, d100 rather, this does not count. But I also failed, so I did not beat that roll, so I did not increase that. However, when I rolled, because I also succeeded during the session, my charm, I had to be a 70. I got over that, and then I rolled a D10 on top of that, so my skill moved from 70 to 78.
And the idea is, the reason why you want to roll above is it becomes harder to improve your skills as you get better in them. It's kind of like if you are a low skilled, if you have a low skill in something, you only have room for advancement. So, and if you're already a master of something, there's only so much more you can actually learn. So that's what that's supposed to replicate. Once everybody is done with that, if everybody could then roll a 1d4.
Coming in hot with a 4.
And what you're going to do with this die roll is you're going to add this number to whatever your Cthulhu Mythos skill is. Likely for everybody, it's a 0. Except for, I think Granville may have a couple points. I can't remember. Or maybe not. I can't remember.
I've gone from 0 to 2.
Nope, I didn't have any points in it before, and now I will have 1.
And then, and I'm not sure how to do this, but there should be a way when you edit your character sheet or character stuff, is if you can look for your sanity. I think it's represented as a bar, right? You should be able to edit that. If you can edit that, you're going to take the highest number, which is probably a 99, and you're going to subtract it by that amount. So if you gained, like, we'll take Anton for example. Anton, you rolled a 2. Your Cthulhu Mythos skill goes up 2. Your total sanity goes from 99 to 97.
Oh, so I go from 79 to 77.
Or your, whatever your maximum is, not your current. So is that your current, or is that your, I think your max is probably 99, right? Should be for everybody. If it'll let you. If it not, I'll see
For
if I
what?
can-
Sanity?
Yeah.
I don't see a.
Yeah, I don't see what my maximum is. I know I've taken a hit.
Yeah, I just show the current.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not
see
sure
a-
what my maximum is. I see my
Okay.
my current
So I'll-
sanity is 69. Nice.
I'll show.
Uh,
I'll tell you what I can see, and I don't know if it's the same. So I'm going to click on Morgan Granville.
Oops.
So when I click on like your profile and I click on the wrench to edit,
Yup.
there's a tab for mechanics. Do you guys see that?
Oh,
I just explained all that
Yes.
on Microsoft.
Oh, okay. Under mechanics,
Yes.
you should be able to see player bar trackers. One of them should be sanity. There should be another wrench icon. If you click that,
yep.
you'll see both your current value and maximum value.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yep. See it now.
If anybody's is weird looking, like if it shows a maximum value of,
I did that wrong.
I don't know, something weird, let me know.
Okay.
So
Can we
then we
avoid that?
subtract from our maximum the number we rolled for the Cthulhu Mythos.
That's correct.
Okay.
So the idea is, as you encounter more of the mythos mysteries, and as you learn more about it, the more fragile your mind becomes.
Got it.
So you can't handle as much as you could when you first started.
Alright,
It's
so
a slow burn.
So the
Interesting.
Cthulhu Mythos roll, we deduct that from the maximum value.
Of sanity.
Whatever you rolled to increase that, yes.
I got a
Yes.
3, so I max at 80, and so I'm now 77.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Your maximum starting value should be 99, but I'm seeing now that everyone's maximum is kind of weird, and I don't know why.
Yeah, mine's at
Um,
80.
Yeah, my max was 70.
So
We
readjust
played
that.
before.
Yeah, but your maximum sanity shouldn't be this low. Because as a matter of fact,
75.
this is the first time that you've been able to increase your Cthulhu Mythos skill.
All right.
Alright, so
So,
our
what should our
maximum-
sanity have started at?
99.
Okay.
All right. And so now is deducted by whatever our roll was.
Right, and do not adjust your current value. That current value is just where you are now.
Okay.
And then
So
make
when
sure
we
you click
first
on
started
the
it,
save. Sorry, go ahead.
So when we first started, that means that the maximum was 99, but our starting value was less than 99.
Oh no, I'm an idiot. No, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm a big dumb dummy. Did everybody already change it to 99?
I
did.
just did.
Not yet.
Okay, don't do that. Your maximum value is
Yay!
5. Your maximum value is 5 times your power rating. I just forgot
Okay.
about that. So that's why it
So
has
it
a number
was.
there.
It should have been what it was. Got it.
Yeah.
I'll refix it.
And if for some reason that number goes down to whatever your current sanity value is or below, readjust your current sanity value so that it meets the maximum, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why his power was high enough. That's okay. So that's why Anton was 99.
All right, sorry, I was fixing another attribute, so I'm sorry. Can you explain that one more time, please?
Did you change your maximum sanity value?
I did. So change that back to what I had before.
Correct.
Yes.
Which, if you don't remember what it was,
No,
take,
I
take
yeah.
the
I got
power
it.
and multiply it by 5.
Here. Mechanics.
Where do you see that original power value? Because my power is 55, and I'm pretty sure 55 times 5 is a lot.
You know, if you look at it on the left.
Where?
Oh, wait, no, yeah.
Oh,
That's a good
well,
question.
all right. That is a good question. Hang on.
I was gonna say because my
Maybe I've
power is
got that
70.
Mine's 75.
God, I am.
I'd have a huge sanity.
I,
I mean,
Yeah, I am
person
dumb.
ever.
all right. No, it is the same as your power. Oh, God. So
Oh,
if your power is 75, then it should be 75.
Wait a minute, because my
so
sanity
I
was
am more sane
86.
than I should be?
Yeah,
Yeah, that doesn't make sense either.
Say that again?
my sanity
So
was
my-
6 before this. My power is 75.
Your current value can go above, unless it's not going to let you. If the bar doesn't let you, we'll have to fudge with that.
My old max was 62, and I'm at 58, but my power is
Oh.
55.
Some of you did increase your sanity values, though, in the past couple of adventures, if you remember. So if your sanity was over that, and this is going to be tough because if we fudged with it, we may not remember what we had. Because your sanity increased at the end of, I think it was the haunting. Was that the only one? That might have been the only one. I can't remember. But everyone's sanity, I think, went up at that point. So it's whatever your power is plus whatever we increase then. Of course, I messed that up by telling you it's 99.
There was the lighthouse, and then we did the
Oh, right.
haunted house.
So these are my mistakes. I'm sorry. Just double checking everything now if everybody has readjusted or not.
All right, we're back. We figured it out.
Yeah, so this is the first time we've really had to fudge with sanity. So to explain to anybody watching, to make it clear, your maximum sanity value is 99. And that's when you create your character. The maximum value is 99. Your starting sanity value is equal to your power characteristic. So if when you created your character, your power characteristic was 60, then your starting sanity is 60 points. Your maximum remains at 99. As you go on investigations and you take hits to your sanity, you adjust your starting sanity, and that becomes your current sanity. After you've created a character, you don't need to remember what your starting sanity was anymore. But you adjust your current sanity to reflect any time your sanity goes up or down. Usually down, but sometimes up. Your maximum sanity will be decreased every single time you learn Cthulhu Mythos. So every time your Cthulhu Mythos skill goes up, your maximum sanity goes down by the same exact number your Cthulhu Mythos skill goes up. So if after a scenario you gain 2 Cthulhu Mythos points, your maximum sanity goes down by 2. So you can, and that's never recoverable. You can never go back up above that 97 maximum sanity. As I said to the players, it's a slow burn. As you learn more about the mysteries of the Cthulhu Mythos, your brain can't quite handle it as well, and your maximum sanity will slowly go down. So hopefully that's clear for everybody, because it took me a little bit of thinking and reading to remember that and figure it out. So if everybody's character sheets are adjusted and correct, and if everybody has clicked on save, right?
I hope so.
And if you want to try and double check by clicking your character again, just to make sure the changes you made are actually there. Once they are, if everybody can just give me a quick thumbs up, and then we'll know we can try to move on. All right, Bob is good. Okay, Trump is good. Red's good. Tim's good. Chris is good. That leaves Rick. Rick is good. Now let's see if this screws it out. So we're going to exit the scenario.
Go flight.
We're going to start a new scenario. And I don't know if this is something you guys will see or not, but if you need to, I can send you the link to the game. Let me know if you need that. Because in VTT or above VTT, I'm not sure. Not above VTT. In Alchemy VTT, I'm not sure how that works.
I quit the game. I don't see a new one. Maybe if I close the app and restart it.
Let's see.
No, I only see the Dead Warder and Harvest Moon Masquerade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same Z's.
And all right, hold on one sec here. All right. I don't know how that works. There's a link in Discord to join the game. And if you need help choosing your character again, let me know and I can assign it to you.
How does that work for the app?
I think you gotta go back out of it and back in.
I have 3 instances of Marks and Shane and 2 instances
boy.
of Marcus Sticker.
Hey Chris, I clicked it at least to get in the game on the web there, and then it pops up. It populates on the app. So if you want to then switch out back to the app,
Yeah, is it Edge of Darkness? Is that what I'm looking for?
yeah.
That's correct.
Whatever version of myself I clicked, it was the right one. The number match.
Yeah, I was gonna say once you do connect, double check, look at your character.
No, it didn't remember everything.
Oh crap! Really? This is what I was afraid of. But I guess we gotta get it out of our system anyway.
Yeah.
I was the lucky this time, nerds.
It saved one of my 3, if that makes any sense.
One of your 3 skills?
Yeah, skill changes.
Oh, good lord.
It had less
Was
to
there
remember for me.
Was there an option to choose like a different copy or no?
Nope, there's only one.
Yeah, same.
And it didn't remember the... Okay.
No, it's not hard.
Yeah, same for me. I had to go back in and make the changes again.
Yep, it didn't save mine.
Crap on a stack.
That's kind of bust.
Yeah, it is, and I apologize for that.
I don't remember what one change was. I'm trying to think what the other 2 were. Oh, one failed, so I just remember the other one.
Well, I hate to have you do it again, but if you'd like to do it again, I don't mind you re-rolling. So, Tim, I think you had success in pretty much everything you tried to roll.
Except for first aid.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I remember all the changes, so I just made them again.
That is really frustrating. Just when we were getting going. As a matter of fact, I had asked the developers actually about the bonus die thing and why it doesn't roll just the tens place. And I got a response, and they said that it is currently by design that they would love to implement it the correct way, and I think it was their way of saying, but they don't know how. So mathematically, it doesn't really change anything, though. So the way it's handled in here is fine for both bonuses as well as I keep calling it disadvantage, but penalties.
Mm-hmm.
So Rick, I still see you as offline. Are you actually online right now?
I am in my character selection screen here, and I'm looking to see if I can't select one specifically.
Do you see more than one?
I have 3 copies. 2 of them are outdated, and 1 is correct. So I'm just looking to see if I could easily select out that one character.
That is so strange. So the way it's supposed to work is it's supposed to bring in data from like a module where I have the characters just saved. And anytime I create a new scenario or start a new scenario, I plug in that module. But so that way your character advancements are supposed to save, but I guess it's not. So that's not cool. Also, as a to refresh your memory, if the music is too loud for you or too repetitive, you can adjust. You should be able to adjust the volume yourself. Let me know
Yeah,
once everybody's
I don't
got
know why
their
it's,
character, I think.
Well, it's picking the older character.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that so that it doesn't happen again. So is everybody still working on their character or no?
I'm set.
I'm good.
Is it
I'm
just
just
Rick?
about done.
I am fortunately set.
Bob, how about you?
Oh yeah, I'm all good.
Is anyone still working?
I don't know if that came through.
I think-
Said it was fine.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think we're just waiting on Rick.
Almost there.
We need that Simpsons thing where it shows the drunken guy on the TV camera. This is like technical difficulties or whatever.
All right. Yeah, I think I'm good.
All right. Hopefully this is good. So apologies to anybody viewing. We've got some speed bumps and headaches with dealing with a relatively new VTT. Well, new to us anyway. All right, and if we're all good, we can get started. I did want to double check though on an end time for everybody, unfortunately, because it is already 9:15ish.
I'm good for whenever.
Does anybody have a hard
Yeah.
stop? Tim, I think you mentioned having to. bolt
Yeah,
in.
if we could stop around 10, that'd be good. We'll
Okay.
see.
All right. All of you are in the car. You're driving back to Arkham, which is going to just take a couple of hours. But Brick, recently you were contacted by Rupert Merriweather. You've known him for some time. You can establish what is your relationship with Rupert Merriweather?
Hang on, I have to frantically look for my note.
Oh.
I didn't realize we were getting right to it.
Oh yeah, sorry.
What's the name of this
something,
adventure?
he's a dude.
This is Edge of Darkness.
Crud, I don't remember where we were talking about that. Thought I had it here in Discord, maybe not. He's an uncle, right? He's like an uncle on my mother's side. But he's bit eccentric, a bit weird.
Yeah, and he's always kind of taken a liking to you. He
That's right.
From what you remember, he does have a son, and his son's name is Bertrand.
That's right.
You have met Bertrand before, and you kind of feel like Bertrand's always sort of been, for lack of better words, a dick.
Yeah, he is.
Even Rupert has confided in you before that, maybe he didn't raise him right. But you've recently been contacted by Rupert Merriweather. When he tried to contact you, he let you know that he was unwell, and he seems not long for this world. He asked you to meet him at St. Mary's Teaching Hospital in Arkham this Thursday, which happens to be tomorrow. You haven't seen him for quite some time, so this urgent summons appears to be quite important. Perhaps he has something to tell you. St. Mary's Teaching Hospital is located in downtown Arkham. It's adjacent to historic Miskatonic University. All of these are really not too far from the SEA building that all of you have convened in, and upstairs, I believe most of you, if not all of you, have an apartment. Some of you are sharing, I believe. The hospital boasts the latest in modern equipment and techniques, as well as some of the best medical practitioners on the Eastern Seaboard. And maybe this is a good time to briefly, while you're in the car, pulling back into Arkham and approaching the hospital. Brick, since you've been a man of mysteries for so long, maybe this is a good time to have a little chit-chat with your new companions about who you are.
Sure.
So, Brick, that's a little bit of like what we do. It's pretty freaking weird. If you're interested in hanging out with us, you're more than welcome to. But what is it you do?
Well, don't do a whole lot of anything now. My parents ran a chicken farm and went to school for business, but got called to the military, went off to France, came back, parents lost the chicken farm. When I ran into y'all, I was on my way to Troy, New York, to get me some shirts, because, well, they don't make my shirts, I gotta have them custom. And, I mean, that's it. I don't have a whole lot going on, and, I mean, I saw some weird stuff before, so I'm alright with looking into this weird stuff.
You were awful handy with that fire rod.
Yes, sir, U.S. Marine Corps.
I saw some of you lads over in France.
Yep. Battle of Bella Wood. Northeast of Paris.
Yeah, I didn't get involved in the front lines so much. I was more of a liaison for the intelligence community.
Oh, background fella. Well, just as important.
I was there too. I fixed the plane.
Just one.
Plane.
Okay, I gotta work on that. That's good.
And and before you know it, it's the next morning. I'm assuming you probably, since it does take a couple of hours, maybe you guys took turns driving. All of you, especially after the events from Harper's Hollow, definitely fell asleep in the car. And this conversation took place just as you were crossing into Arkham, and you find yourself now parked outside of St. Mary's Teaching Hospital and walking into the lobby.
So, you need a hand with your uncle?
Don't really know. Didn't sound like he was good.
Well, at any rate, I'm interested in going to the hospital. No offense, him, but I'm gonna see if maybe somebody else in there can look at my arm. So I'm gonna go in with you.
Yeah. Anybody else? I mean, I'm just kind of assuming everybody, but that's up to you entirely.
Might as well get it all done one trip.
Okay.
Yeah, you walk into the lobby. The woman at the admittance table, our counter, tells you that Rupert Merriweather is in a private room on the 3rd floor. And you find yourself... We're going to go ahead and switch to here. Although probably unnecessary. If you do click on tactical view, you can see the room, but I don't think there's any need to actually have tokens in here unless you guys decide to start attacking doctors. In the room, you see a bedridden Rupert Merriweather. There are 2 other visitors in the room. There's a woman in her 60s and a thin, wiry-looking fella in his early 30s, looks like. Rupert kind of adjusts himself in bed. He says, Brick, it's good to see you. I wasn't sure I'd see you in time. Let's see, you've brought a bunch of friends with you. Who are these fellows?
This is a troop of investigators. We look into stuff. Sometimes a little off, but people bring cases to them and we go look at it.
Well, that maybe you brought the right group of people. Maybe y'all can help me out. This is Agnes. And you can see him very tiredly lifting an arm and just kind of weakly pointing to the woman. That's my wife, Agnes Brick. You might remember her. And this is my son, Bertrand. And the guy is standing there, leaned up against the wall, looking like he doesn't even want to be there. You can tell looks like he's more put off by being in the room than anything else. And he just kind of nods to everybody. Goes back to kind of picking at his nails, like this. Brick? It's good seeing you, I guess. It's been some time. You boys, settle down now. Listen. In my youth, Bertrand, can you take your mother out and maybe get me a glass of water or something, please? And you can see Bert pushing himself up away from the wall and kind of hear it making a soft scoffing sound as he opens the door for his mom, and the 2 of them leave.
Come on now, Bert. Go make yourself useful for a change.
Don't you start that, Brick. Make sure that door's shut, would you?
Look now, Uncle. My mother told me never say anything bad about anybody but your son.
I know, I know. Listen, I got something to tell you. In my youth, I and some fellow students became involved in what we believed to be an innocent exploration of the occult, led by a slightly older man named Marion Allen. The six of us purchased an old farmhouse a few miles west of Arkham, near the village of Ross's Corners. We would conduct seances. It sounds silly to say, but seances and other psychical research in privacy. Alas, our work had unforeseen results. Our last experiment summoned an evil force into this world, and instead of attempting to expel the thing, we were afraid and abandoned the old house, confident that the magic that brought the evil to this world would also keep it confined in the vacant house, or send it back after a short time. However, I've since discovered that the spell that binds the entity to the house lasts only as long as the casters live. You see, and he coughs, and he raises his weak hand and points to himself. I'm the last of the group, and I fear that upon my death, this thing's gonna go free and wreak havoc on the folks thereabouts at Ross's Corners. I'm too old. I'm too ill. Too much of a coward to go back to that house to try to banish the thing myself. I'm guilty of many things, but my deepest sin was unleashing that horror that fateful night. I'm convinced the entity will escape its confinement on my death. And I know how this must sound. This must sound like a bunch of hogwash, but please, I assure you it's all true. Brick, take that box. And there's a nightstand next to the bed, and he points weakly to a metal box that's on it. All the aid I can offer you lies within that box. Find the courage to send that thing back to where it came from. You've got to see that this is done. You must see that it is done. Do this for me. Please, I can't ask Bertrand to do it. Please. Take the box.
Yeah, all right.
As soon as you pick it up, Merriweather kind of leans forward a little bit and just starts coughing, and he's choking up, and then you can see that there's a spasm running through his entire body. He doubles up and he groans, and he just sounds like he's trying to cough, but he can't. And then just as he does, a huge gout of blood spatters Brick, and a couple of you get a little bit of it on yourself. Can you make a sanity check, please? Everybody.
If I fail this, what kind of doctor would I be?
I see. Did somebody get a fumble? Or was that a mistaken roll? Trombley, did you mean to roll that twice? Is that what it looks like?
I'm still having trouble with my stupid mouse double clicking on things.
Oh, okay. We'll go with your first roll.
I was gonna
Thank you.
say.
I would prefer that.
So it looks like everybody succeeded. That's good. Brick, you're covered in not just it's a blackish looking blood that's now dripping down the front of your shirt, your vest. You're grossed out by it, but that's about it. You've seen some horrors in your day.
Yep.
Yeah, I bet you're really sorry you didn't make it up to Troy now.
You hear from outside the door a slight commotion, and the door comes flying open, and it's Bertrand with a doctor and a nurse following behind him. Bertrand looks directly at you, Brick, and goes, "What'd you do? What's happening?" Merryweather's just, you can see him shaking, and he can't seem to talk at this point. Agnes, his wife, comes running over to his side, pushing by all of you, and grabs his hand and kind of falls down to her knees. Just immediately starts crying. And there's a doctor, the doctor that comes in with the nurse, turns around and says here, fellas, please, we've got some work to do. Please get out, please, if you don't mind. And just kind of shoos you all out of the room. Hampton, give me a medicine check.
Failure.
You have no idea from all of the symptoms that you can see, the gout of blood, the blackishness of the color of the blood mixed with the red, the way he was convulsing. None of these symptoms seem to add up to make any particular sense to you. This doesn't seem like any kind of ailment you're familiar with. What do you do?
Well, I suppose we got to move pretty quickly, boys, before your Uncle Rupert there can't hold the spell back, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, as concerned as I am, we need to get out of here.
And
Take
you've
over
got
this
this.
box.
Yep. Sorry, go ahead. Everybody else? What'd you say, Chris?
Do we have a moment to stop by the SEA? Let them know what's going on?
Probably
Yeah.
should let our authorities go. No. Anybody higher up we're reporting to? Yeah, definitely.
And what's
And
the
maybe
box?
this time, we remember to bring the flashlights.
I remember mine.
It's good to let your CO know where you are.
And yeah, the SEA is not too far. Likely drive there just to make sure you have your car with you. And you make it back. Walk through Brick. This is new to you, but the entrance, it's on the corner, and there's a door that's actually on the corner. I believe I described it as being kind of like the Winchester from brain fart again, that movie, where
Dawn
the
of the
doors
Dead.
are
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead, yeah, with the doors actually on the corner. And as you open it up, you could tell that it was obviously a bar at one point. There is a spot to the far left. So if it's shaped sort of like an L or a V, depending upon how you're looking at it as you walk in through here. At the far end of here, there is a stage, a small stage for performances. There's a couple of booths. There's a couple of tables. There's a bar. However, you can tell that the bar is shuttered. There's no bottles behind the bar. There's not even any glassware. The place itself now is just being used as a restaurant. As a matter of fact, there's shelves and cabinets and like curio cabinets all throughout the place, lining almost every wall. And on it are various odd things from around the world. There's masks from various parts of the world. There are statues and strange collectibles, boxes, books, baubles, you name it. If it looks like someone traveled the world to collect these things and put them all in one place, this is that place. However, it's the middle of the day, and the restaurant itself is not active. And the rest of the group leads you through the back hallway where there is a series of bookcases, where one of the bookcases actually opens up and into the back goes into a small speakeasy. And there is what looks to be an active bar. Although, again, there is nobody in there except for a couple people that obviously work for the SEA, including an older fellow wearing what looks like or is a British uniform, and he's got all of the medals to show that he is of a high rank and pretty distinguished with awards. Although it looks like the uniform has seen slightly better days. It's a little beat up and worn. He's got gray hair, shocking gray hair, that's kind of long on the sides. The top of his hair actually looks flattened down, probably from wearing a hat. As a matter of fact, nearby him, you see what looks like a pith helmet sort of looking thing. And he turns to look at everybody walking in, and he's got a monocle, and he's got a great big curly-Q white mustache and small white beard. Takes a monocle out of his eye and goes, welcome back, gentlemen. It's good to see you again. Looks like you brought in a new fella that looks like he could use some cleaning. How did things go in Harper's Hollow? Are you okay, son?
The blood's not his, but I hold up my kind of wrapped arm and I point to Granville. We've seen a little bit better days. It's a root monster. Came up, squished a kid. Pretty freaking awful, to be honest with you. We took care of it. I hand him my case notes.
A root monster.
You might say we got to the root of all evil there.
He looks over at some of the other people that are there, and including the guy that works behind the bar, and you can just kind of see him like, yeah. Can I help you guys with a drink?
No, you can help me with several.
So for anybody that does want to drink, the mixologist that works back there, his name's Jimmy, helps you out with getting you something to drink while the colonel sits down at one of the tables and starts going through your notes.
Please drain the orange juice.
Say that again.
Please strain the orange juice.
You can see Jimmy kind of going, all right. And he does exactly that. He's got a cheesecloth and starts straining some orange juice. You can see him raising a bottle of clear liquid, obviously vodka. He kind of looks over at you. He's like, huh?
Nods.
And you've got a moment while the colonel's looking over at the notes. Oh, real quick, he does say, so I see here you spoke with Dr. Crane, and I don't know, it looks like your notes are in order, and this is difficult to believe, but not impossible. I'll tell you that. As you know, this is the nature of our business, is to investigate the curiosities. Sounds like you were able to help out that town, though.
We'll see. They have no memory of what happened, so chances are they're going to wind up repeating their mistakes. You might want to keep an eye on the joint every Halloween.
Every Halloween? Oh. All right, well,
Know anybody with a flamethrower?
Well, I mean, we can help you out with some equipment, but that kind of ordinance, little beyond our means, I would think. But again, we don't talk about the impossible.
I have plane. If you have fuel, ordnance,
Um, curious fellow.
Salt. Don't know.
So anyway, Colonel, this is Brick. That's what we call him because he's a wall. And his uncle is in the hospital. And I give him a brief rundown, recap of what we just experienced.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Dr. Lockhart, do you have any idea what may be afflicting this man?
No, I couldn't. I couldn't really tell. There was so many things that it could possibly be. There's nothing that you could really pin down on. What may have been causing his ailments, and they rushed us right out of the room. I didn't even get a chance to ask him what they had found out so far or what they haven't. So, I've got nothing.
I see, I see. By the way, Larson, when this business here is done, I'm gonna need you to talk to Jimmy back there behind the bar. We are running a little bit low on a few supplies. So I know you have some contacts out in Boston, but we'll talk about that. Maybe after this fella gets cleaned up or.
That's the real emergency.
We'll make sure we set things straight.
You see him pull a rope that's kind of nearby the bar, and maybe a minute or two later, and while you guys are talking, he does this. A minute or two later, this portly lady comes walking, and you've met her before. Her name's Mildred. She actually runs the inn upstairs, and the girls. Miss Hodges, if you don't mind, maybe if we had some other pieces of clothing that this fella here. I don't know that we're gonna have your size, but we'll see what we can do for you. And you have a moment, Brick. You have a metal box in your possession.
Does it look like what's the background there?
It does
Sarcophagus
not.
shaped with a bunch of. Okay.
It does not. However, it's not like it's locked or anything. So as you all sit down with whatever drinks you're having, in the box, you find a couple of items. So we're going to do a couple of handouts here. In it are a letter, and with the letter is what appears to be a deed, a photo, and a simple key. There is also a sarcophagus-shaped box that looks a lot like what's in the background. As a matter of fact, there are two images for that I'm going to share. And what I'm going to do is for the letter. Well, before I get to the letter, the deed concerns a farm property on a location called Boone Road, which is near Ross's Corners, the village west of Arkham. You see the letter. The letter, even though it says "Dear Friends," it actually says "Dear Bartholomew." And I'm going to read it for the purposes of anybody who happens to be viewing this, but
I do have it up on the screen.
Okay. I'll just read it quick then. Dear Bartholomew, in the years after the nightmarish events of that night in my youth, I have seen many strange things. Only now do I begin to grasp the truth of reality and the scope of what is happening in the world. I've tried in my small way to combat the horrors and make amends for my part in bringing one to our plane of existence. What I have left to offer, what riches and wealth I have, I will put to good use in dealing with these abominations. It is the very least this old coward can do. I could never make myself go back to that little farmhouse and put those events to rights. I too gravely feared that which my friends and I loosed upon this countryside. Nothing of consequence has yet taken place, but with my death I fear the bonds will be broken, and that horror freed to come and go as it pleases. Lives not yet taken already weigh heavy on my conscience. The method of delivering the thing out of this world is still in that accursed house. The translations made by Marion from the book De Vermis Mysteries. I was never strong enough to take on the task, but I hope that you are. In ridding the world of this, perhaps you will save my soul from hell, for I fear that my deeds have not been enough to release me from this heavy burden. I do not expect your forgiveness for what I ask of you. And you also find a slim journal, also in the book, or also in the box. So you have at your hands everybody can see the handouts, right?
Mhm.
Two
Yep.
sarcophagi,
Yep.
box, and a letter.
And a letter.
Well, it's the
Is
one
it-
sarcophagus. It's just two
I know,
different
just
images.
two pictures of it, yeah.
Okay.
So
And the sarcophagus looks like it has a that it can open up. Yes, Chris.
I was just so there's a journal. Did he give us like a spell we could read backwards, like we got rid of the last thing, or what? What's going? I don't want to go into this thing just with hope streams and a gun that doesn't do much.
The journal itself is bound in plain leather. It's held together by cords. Obviously, it's handmade. Just flipping through it, you can see that the entries date from June 1876 to May of 1881. So quite a few years ago. Most of the ink has faded with age, but not so much that you can't read it. If you want to sit down and read through the entries, it'll take you a couple of hours of time. There's a lot in there.
Maybe we should
A lot of
drive
things.
and read.
I'll say a
As
lot
long
of
as
things
you
in
don't
there.
get car sick, fine with me.
Actually,
Yeah, a lot of things you'll find take some time to do proper research and whatnot. The sarcophagus type box itself is covered in almost looks like hieroglyphs on the outside. Anybody wanna
First
open
thing
it?
I want to do.
Yeah.
Quick look over the sarcophagus box, and look for any runes that are the eye symbol from the house, or the harvest symbol we recently encountered.
That's good thinking. However, no, you don't see anything. Everything on the outside of it looks possibly Egyptian. I don't think. Does anybody have any kind of like history or archaeology skills that they could possibly use?
The big fat one in archaeology.
Same.
Nope.
I think it's the starting skill. Perhaps Granville, maybe.
Side note:
Yes.
didn't we encounter the Vermis Mysteries in somewhere?
What other skill did you say besides archaeology? Because I also have
History.
Some kind of history.
history, maybe.
A 5 in history.
I
Same.
have a 70 in history.
Oh my!
I
You
did
are
in fact
history.
build a researcher. Yeah.
Rid, to answer your question real quick, there was another book that we do have to get back to at some point, but that was not the same book. Good memory, though.
Oh. Something familiar. Okay.
Go ahead and give me a history check.
Love to.
Yeah, you-
Yes.
You are positive these are hieroglyphs that are Egyptian of the Middle Kingdom.
Mhm.
However, I'm assuming you opened the box, or anybody opened the box, or no?
Yeah.
I know it's
You
Call
know
of
what?
Cthulhu. You don't always
I
want
feel,
to.
no,
Open
you
strange
know, no. I
boxes.
feel like Granville would, while he is talking about it. Well, yes, gentlemen, as you see, it's clearly these are hieroglyphics of the middle period, and he opens the box up. If it hadn't been opened already.
Yeah, and the lid opens very easily. And on the inside of it, there are more glyphs, but not Egyptian.
Ah, now
Um,
that is unusual.
If you have skill in occult, or anybody who's looking at this has a skill in
That
occult,
means I need to mark off. I did a thing. Successful.
yes, success. And make sure you click on the wrench and click it and save it. I think that's what you need to do.
Hmm.
Or write it
Only
down.
the starting 5.
All right. History.
Yeah,
And
does
we all
Granville
roll
have
our
that?
starting 5 for lulz.
You can. Sure.
What'd you say? Occult?
Occult, yeah.
All right.
Nope. Almost as far away from it as possible.
We all rolled at once. I didn't even see my result. Did I succeed? I think I succeeded.
Yes.
I did.
Just curious.
The
to
one
see
guy
where
who had a chance.
Yeah. So yeah, the glyphs on the inside are definitely not Egyptian in origin. You vaguely recognize this as being the writing of certain occultists from the lost Pacific continent of Mu, M-U.
Hmm.
At this point, the colonel comes walking back into the room with kind of a comically large shirt for Brick, and just kind of goes, I do apologize. We don't have a tailor on staff, but this is honestly the only thing we could find that would fit you. It's large by huge and very tent-like in shape, but it's clean.
I very much appreciate that. I will put it to good use.
Oh, what do we have here? What is that box you've got there? Do you mind if I take a quick look?
Oh, please.
Oh, help yourself.
Yeah, he takes a brief look at it and kind of looks at it and looks at the bottom, looks around. There was nothing in this sarcophagus box. This was empty.
Yeah, that's right.
That is correct.
Think so?
This is puzzling. I do see that these are Egyptian hieroglyphs on the outside. I don't recognize the writing on the inside.
Well, if my memory serves me correctly, it seems to be a writing system developed by the people on the lost continent of Mu.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
Rather obscure subject, I fear, but nevertheless.
Tim, were you going to say something? Or? So the colonel closes the lid back on the thing and puts it down. So, well, I mean, honestly, I'm not sure what else we could make of this, but I mean, if you have the time, you could possibly go to the Orn Library, and you guys recognize, at least some of you have heard of Orn Library because of your interest in all things strange, weird, and occult, and what drove you to come to this place in the first place. You recognize that the Orn Library is almost what some would say, the heart of Miskatonic University's research. That is where anybody that needs to do any kind of serious research, that's where they would go. You might be able to take this over to the Orn Library. There's a Professor Rice there that might be able to help you out. Yeah, that's if you've got the time, that's what I would suggest. So you have at your on your persons, you have this letter, you've got the journal, you have a deed, you have a key, you have this sarcophagus-shaped box with strange writing on it. And I think I mentioned the journal, but I'll mention it again. And you have the slim journal. This is not exactly a fun point to stop, but it's a pretty good natural break. So what I would like to suggest is to think about what it is that you guys would like to do next. You have a lot of avenues open to you. As you've left the hospital, Rupert was alive. I'm not dead yet. Not doing well, but he's alive. So you can always go back there to check on him if you'd like. You can go to the Orn Library to do any kind of research on the box, possibly.
Who's got library skills? 'Cause I have a 49.
Why that would be me, young man. Yeah, no, I put points in library skills. What's the library use? 70. I built a big old nerd, you see.
So I would
Professor
suggest,
Granville.
I suggest Granville and Slade go to the library.
Mhm.
We got some library skills. At least I have some. Doc Lockhart, maybe keep an eye on Uncle Bleedy there. And that's just off the top of my head. I don't know what you guys want to do. And don't let me tell you what to do. Those are just suggestions. Not do this, do that. I'm just giving ideas.
Yeah, I mean there's 6 of you. I would say you're not walking into a spooky haunted house, so splitting up might be a good way to cover more ground, so to speak.
Mhm.
So I would not suggest it in other circumstances, like a Scooby-Doo scary house.
If anyone can think of any kind of gear that we're going to need, Larson can go be the gopher for it.
How are you at procuring firearms?
You got your
Well,
connections.
depending on what skill that is, probably not bad.
You've got your connections. We can talk about that.
I'm after.
For the record, one of the things I put points into was actually my spending. I think I'm actually rather well off.
You are. I have not mentioned that to the rest of the group in case you wanted to keep that to yourself. But yeah, you and the doctor actually are both well off. As a matter of fact, the car you guys have been using is Dr. Lockhart's car.
Yeah.
But you
What's the big deal with wealth? I'm sure in another 10 years I'll be as wealthy as you guys.
Oh, that's something.
Who's going to read the journal?
Yeah, so I was going to remind you of that. And by the way, Larson, you do also happen to have your own vehicle.
Yeah, we just gotta figure out what kind that is.
Yeah, probably something cooler than the big SUV type of car that you guys normally drive in.
I have
But
a
again,
vehicle
we'll
too.
You
Just
do.
needs landing area.
And it is outside, just outside of Arkham, easy drive away, at the closest airfield, which is not far. And by airfield, I mean literally, it's like a grass strip with a windsock. So,
What year is this that we're in right now? I know
It
it's
is
around the
nine-
1920s.
1923.
23?
Right.
Yeah. So again, this is not the cliffhanger ending, but we're going to call it a night here. It is 10:06. You have a lot of things that you can do because this is the investigation aspect to this scenario. So, again, no cliffhanger, but I do want to thank all of you for playing. I appreciate it. Except for the bizarre hiccup with advancing our characters and switching between scenarios. Otherwise, I do enjoy doing this with and for you guys. So, and if anybody's watching this, thank you for joining us. We are a part of the Odd Lot RPG group. And CT Avis, if you have any final words
Like
to
and
add.
subscribe so that you get a YouTube notification when we go live. And join the Discord in the information box below. That will let you know not just when we go live, but when our Sunday and our Monday games go live as well. Sunday, we should be back with more Kingdom of Steam in Hell, getting awful close to the death race. And talking about climactic moments in the Monday campaign, Pathfinder. We have ascended up the giant towers and are now facing the consequences of our inactions. And with that, we'll say goodbye. We'll see you next week. As my cat comes in and starts wrecking shit. Goodbye, everybody.
No, next week we're off.
Oh, next week we're
right.
off. Okay.
Well, we won't be doing Call of Cthulhu, so it depends if you guys want to do something else. That's fine too. But
I was about to say, I'll be traveling.
All right, so
Yeah, next
probably-
week already?
well, next week's not Thanksgiving, but
No, no.
Next
Okay,
week's
never
Thanksgiving.
mind. I'll be around.
yeah.
Nope, never mind. I'll be around.
All right. Well, then maybe we'll do.
Maybe something.
Cool. Something sounds cool.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Some